For your movement practice, how does this
Yeah.
relate to your own embodiment? How you manifest that, how you practice it, how you continually refine that?
In the past, it was very much like a should, like I got to get skinny. I got to,
Mm,
I remember in high school going to the YMCA literally like 5 a.m. I like did not get enough sleep at all. There was a certain amount of calories I had to burn, and then just for years, it was more of like I ate a cookie or I overate and okay, so I'm going to go. It was not like a punishment to my body. It was a way to control my body. Now my orientation is more around when I have consistent movement and practices, how I feel emotionally, mentally, and physically in my body. I think you also are the strength training. I'm a huge fan of strength training. I think it's so important for especially women, not just physically, but I think also like the mental, there's so many components to that. But my most recent kind of way of languaging it for myself, there are certain, strength movements I do on a regular basis that feel really good in my body. I love to lift heavy. It just feels it feels awesome, right? It feels so good. And I feel it's like juicing my muscle. I feel like literally from a fascial level, I'm always like, I feel like I've juiced my tissue. And if I miss, we were just coming off the holidays for a couple weeks. I was still moving and working out, but I wasn't quite as my normal kind of consistent schedule. Didn't feel bad or guilty about it, just noticed it. Every day I was still outside
mhm,
playing with kids and it was still moving. It just looked a little different. But I could notice I was feeling like dehydrated in my tissue, in my fascia.
mhm.
Versus when I'm moving in an intentional way, especially with some strength training, I feel like I'm like juicing and hydrating. So I just feel so much better in my body. I just naturally feel better about myself. It's easier for my thoughts to just be in a more potential place. I walk my dog every day. I live in Boulder, Colorado, so I'm lucky that I get to hike often and with my dog. So
Wow.
it's part of our life. I'm also a teacher from work called Animal Flow, which is quadrupedal movement training. It's actually what I was practicing today. So it's all hands and feet connection with the floor. And the intention of Animal Flow isn't to try and be an animal, but is to enhance the overall communication of the human animal. I feel like it's like my brain and body workout. Like, yes, it's hard for my body and it's also could be really challenging for my brain.